Welcome back to Gaming with Yesterday. I have a cozy little autumn-inspired home redesign speed build here for you. Technically only a speed build because I had to speed up the footage because this is an hour long. I'm just going to get straight into it, and without further ado, let's just get started. And we're off, starting off with the classic clearing out my pockets. I did a little bit of cleaning right before I started decorating. I went back and forth between my island and Harv's Island like a bajillion times to customize items. And I did a lot of time traveling so that I could order all the furniture items that I wanted first off, because I knew I was going to be going back and forth throughout the video, but I still wanted to see if I could get everything before I started filming. But yeah, this is the fun part when I look at my inspo and then I immediately decide to change the flooring and wallpaper, even though that usually is the basis of what I sort of planned the decorating around. Why not make it 10 times harder on myself? But I don't regret it too much, honestly. I started off with this very strong idea for a sort of magical fairy garden sort of aesthetic for the room, hence the mushroom table and the grassy green flooring with flowers. I thought it was really cute. I thought it was really playful. It sort of reminded me, I think the coziness of this cube of a space really feels very fun and playful and comfy. So I was kind of thinking of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, or like Little Red Riding Hood, like a little tiny nook for a kitchen, you know. But I quickly sort of, I won't say quickly, I very slowly transitioned myself mentally out of that sort of idea, because I was getting super anxious with dealing with that grassy green flooring for a kitchen. Like, I know this is a game and I can do whatever I want, but I absolutely let reality sort of come into play a bit and sort of control my decisions, because I'm like, floor is not grass. Floor does not need to be grass. I don't want the floor to be grass. And I was like, I just need something a little bit more reasonable. So I went for the pastel wooden flooring, of course. That's much more reasonable in my magical kitchen. But yeah. And of course I had to try and squeeze in a partition wall in this literal cube of a space. I was like, there still needs to be a partition. I don't know, there's something particularly fun about trying to find realism or create this sense of normalcy and realism in a game that literally just is not realistic. And of course I have to do my classic extra spins to get every single angle of the room. I did do a pretty good job of keeping the speed consistent throughout the video this time, so I'm happy about that. That yellow fridge was straight up just an eyesore for me for most of this build. Yeah, but I was really trying to be experimental. I didn't want to fall in just like too much pink, which I always start off saying that when I decorate something. I'm like, I'm not going to use too many pink accessories, and it happens anyways, but I always try to throw in a big bold color that's not, you know, whatever my comfort colors are, so that I can experiment. yeah, quickly nixed the 2 partition walls. I was like, there's no way I'm going to make a space that is functional enough to walk around in and also have 2 of these walls near. It's insane. It really sucks that they don't let you customize the room size in the homes. But it's also kind of good because I feel like I absolutely would not, like, every room would be the biggest size possible if they let you change those sizes of the rooms. Like, every single room would be the size of the upstairs and downstairs. I wouldn't really experiment with anything else. I remember I was kind of on the fence about that snack shelf solely because I was like, this looks like a store shelf. This does not look like something that would be in someone's home. I was like, I guess if you have a fancy cupboard or a little snack station, it's fine. Because there's not a lot of like items with food shelving on it that isn't for a more industrial or like store setting kitchen in this game. Like, it's either a food item, but it's a singular one, but there's not a lot of like stock storage food items to my memory, at least right now. Those canned options and boxed options are really all you have. I really wanted to like try and jam in a fan in here just because this small of a space, it looks like a room that would get really warm and stuffy. I definitely wanted to have sort of a very cluttered, packed to the brim kitchen vibe because that's literally what every home that I'm in is like. That's how I organize and store things, and I'm usually in really small spaces. My first apartment living on my own was literally like a 500 square foot apartment and 2 small cubes of space for a kitchen and a bathroom. And like the way you see things jammed in corners and like catty-cornered together is exactly how my storage is. Just like obviously cuter in Animal Crossing. But I feel like unintentionally and intentionally I'd sneak in a lot of my lifestyle and personality into my decorating style. Yes, the beloved early on to midway panic about the flooring and wallpaper. I ended up seeing if I could change. All the color in the room was making me want something more playful, so I was like, maybe we can bring back the garden flooring. And I really liked that watermelon. I'm not usually a fan of the rugs that look like random objects or random items, but I was really liking that watermelon rug. Honestly, I might use that flooring and that rug for something else, maybe in the den, because that is so cute looking back. I remember at this point being very, very adamant about not having all of my appliances line up in the corner of the room. So I spent a lot of time trying to experiment with the placement and organization of specifically that kitchenette with the overhead hanger and the sink and the fridge. Those 3 items / appliances were, I really was like, I need to be able to jam these in here in a way where I can walk around and be in front of all of them, but also you know, just not have it look like I just had to jam all of my, you know, usable stuff in the corner. I don't like when it looks like that. I feel like the boxes are a very easy way to add some like clutter that doesn't feel super intentional, because you can stack things on top of them and you can sort of put them in a lot of spaces. I don't know. I like that you can stack them on top of things and it immediately looks more like a real item. A quick little time jump where when I traveled back and forth, probably to customize items, yep, and order more stuff. I don't know why I ordered 4 of those dividers. Like, I knew damn well I was not going to be able to get 4 of those in here. Every time I see them, I want one. Like, it's a problem. My beloved hanging broom and dustpan set. I love that little thing. She's so cute. Things on the wall too is a very easy way to make things cluttered but still movable, because when you have something that's on the wall and you have a physical item or furniture piece in front of it, you can have them really up close to each other versus like 2 objects on the floor. So I really like to put those sort of dimensional low hanging wall items up in the background to really create more like clutter and dimension. You just have to be careful with how you stack them. Make sure it looks like as realistic as you can get for this cam. Bro, if you should just tap on the door, she does that so many times throughout the video. Like, she tried to come in at least 8 times over the course of like 10 days. And she was the only person who tried to visit me while I was doing all this editing. The original footage was like 6 hours. And she like clockwork, she would try to jump in whenever possible. That little chocolate brown trash can that you see, I really love that item, but I was on the fence on keeping it chocolate. I think I changed it like once, but I was worried it was like blending in too much with the brown. And I only added that little outdoor kitchen set because of the gingham the gingham basket on the bottom shelf. I was like, oh, me and gingham have been like really emotionally attached recently. So whenever I see something with gingham, it's almost like a good omen to me subconsciously or unintentionally. But I tried really hard to squeeze that in there somewhere. When I saw it in the store, in the catalog, I was like, I need that. Oh, look at it with the toaster. I'm definitely putting that outside. Oh my god. Y'all, I've been like subconsciously sort of pumping myself up to start going back outside and decorating outside of my house. I'm really excited, but I'm also nervous. But seeing all these fun furniture items does sort of motivate me subconsciously. I was like, why don't I switch to this wall fan since I am quickly running out of space in here. So I tried that out for a while. I felt way more comfortable in this small space, not completely covering the walls in a bunch of stuff. Like way less than I'd usually want to, simply because the wood panel like wallpaper, I feel like makes the walls seem more full. Those wallpapers look a lot more realistic, I should say. So I don't mind like putting up less items on the wall to make it seem less busy, because the wallpaper itself is very busy to me. Another quick jump for probably time traveling. Ooh, I remember this was when the grassy flooring was starting to bother me again, and I was like, what if I makeshift a little wooden floor space where the the kitchen appliances are, you know? Does that make sense? Honestly, looking back, I kind of like it. It sort of looks like a little patio. Maybe I'll take this sort of garden theme that I have back down into my den space. This is when the pink invasion started to come in, and I was like, I need more pink, like give me more pink. I went and customized a bunch of items pink. Oh, I love watching these back and seeing my brain go from let's try to experiment to color to like getting the room getting consumed. And there's Fuchsia again, trying to make her way in here. This is very cute though. It kind of feels like a barbecue or an outdoor patio. I have a really hard time imagining the spaces as like outdoor or creative themes, but I always like the idea. But when I'm playing it, it always looks like super, I guess, fake. And so it bothers me. But looking at it now, I do really love the way this design looks. It's crazy how just the customization of the colors in the room can just like completely redesign the space. I feel like I'm on HGTV. Oh my god. It's just so cottagecore, like light, playful, fun, cutesy, that bubblegum pink color. Like it really sets the tone very intensely. But I could change all of those sort of bigger items that I have pink to random colors, and it feels like a completely different space, at least to me. Again, I freaking love that flooring. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I think I love it especially in the cubed rooms. There are some floorings and wallpapers that look better in these size rooms. Like the wood paneled pattern walls, floorings, those look so much better in these square rooms where they have different colors. Like the alternating pastels on this wooden paneling looks so good here. I don't know why, but in the longer, more rectangular rooms, it's just very, the color pattern becomes a lot more evident to my eye, and I'm like, this doesn't look like a floor anymore. I'm realizing I say that about a lot of things. Like my problem with the decorating is that I stare at it too long and I'm like, this just becomes this doesn't look like anything to me. All of these items in this room just sort of, I don't know, I just completely lose whatever imagination I have going into it, and then it just like looks like a bunch of items in a space. It's a very hard concept to explain, but hopefully that makes sense. Maybe it's like the pretend part of playing a game, like really getting invested to it. If you're not like mentally, maybe it's just disassociation. Maybe I'm just disassociating on the beat. Because I'm just like, maybe it's like, okay, maybe you should just like take a break and stop playing. If this is frustrating you, if you're getting overwhelmed and frustrated and nothing feels like it looks right, maybe you need to just like, oh, what am I? I forgot I did that. I stole a bunch of items out of my room to decorate with. Like at that point, when you're doing shit like that, When you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, maybe you just need to take a break, you know? I don't know why that's funny. Oh, this is such a cute design too. Okay, I vaguely remember this. I was trying to imitate the little two... I never remember what those little things are called that you put up against the walls. Partition standers? Pillars. They're called pillars. I remembered. I love the shoji divider so much. I'm so delusional putting 2 of those in there. Where the f are those gonna go if I want to stand and interact with everything in the room? Like, where the heck are they gonna go? It's so annoying because the colors for those wooden pillars are just like different shades of brown, but depending on where you're at, they look so different. And I always have to go back and forth, I feel like, to customize the colors a couple of times, and it's such a waste. At this point, I was like, I think I have a pretty decent stopping point for the bigger furniture items and like the wall and flooring layout, and I can start adding accessories. I kind of built up the kitchen area first, and then I wanted... There goes Fuchsia again. Honestly, I should have let her in. She was pink. That would have been cute pictures. Whatever. But the room wasn't even done, so it was like, bitch, what are we taking a picture of? And knowing Fuchsia, she'd probably just stand in front of the trash can for like 15 minutes and then leave. Won't even interact with anything. But yeah, I sort of built up the kitchen area first, and then I wanted to have a seating area in that little ass space. But I was getting increasingly nervous because I was like, what table is going to fit over here with chairs? Because I'm also like, in my seating areas, around the house, I always want to be able to seat like 2 people, you know, for the villagers, and also like if I ever in my life play with another person again. Hopefully soon. I go back and forth between this layout a couple of times, either having it be like parallel or perpendicular to the door. I really love that specific sort of like banana yellow with bubblegum pink. So cute. don't even know what I was planning on doing with that. I think I just wanted to see what it looked like because I hadn't crafted one yet. Gotta have my little hanging light bulb. That little back right corner was supposed to be like my food storage cleaning supplies space. You know, in the kitchen when there's like usually a little designated area for all your cleaning and supplies stuff for around the house. You guys, when I saw this flooring, I surprised myself because I have always been very, very like, I have a very surprisingly negative reaction to the chocolate flooring. Like almost like every single time I saw it up until this point. But I've been wearing a lot of pink and brown together recently. That probably was affecting me. But I saw that flooring, and I don't think I've ever seen it in a square space, but I swear to God, it just looks better in the cubed rooms. I don't know why, but it looks so freaking cute here. It's so cute. I just fell in love with it. And I just feel like such a con artist or a fraud because I literally, up until this point, have hated that flooring. And I was like, wait a minute. It like literally it took over my entire brain when I saw it. Like it completely, that is what I navigated the rest of the room around because I just fell in love with that flooring, which I was very surprised about. But yeah, this was a turning point for me when I got that flooring. Yeah, because I was like, if I'm gonna have this pink ass floor, I definitely need to transition this over to a more, like I need to change I think the only thing I changed was the fridge because the ironwood stuff didn't have any pink. But yeah, I was like, let me change this fridge so it's not. Oh, the red and the pink. Bro, literally to anybody else, someone would be like, yeah, it's red and pink together. Yeah. I cannot tell you how emotionally insane it feels. I'm being dramatic. How revolutionary I feel about this pink, red, and this pink and red and white and brown together. You would think I freaking created Valentine's Day. I discovered it. You know, we built this city. You know, you would think I wrote that song. Like you would think I created the concept of pink, red, and white together the way I was thinking I was freaking cooking in the kitchen. I thought I was cooking in the kitchen when I dropped this flooring and room setup. Like that bright red, but it's like a pinky red fridge with that bubblegum pink. I was freaking gagged. I was gagged. I was like, this right here, this is home interior design. This is interior design. I'm basically Trixie Mattel in that motel show. I was extra stressed though about the wallpaper after I chose this flooring. I was like, it's too much pink, it's not a kitchen. I was freaking out. I was like, I need to bring back the realism. Eventually I let it go. I don't know why it was playing around with this cabin like this. I mean, it looks like a s'more. It looks like a s'more. Damn, I really see that now. The room is giving s'more, strawberry s'mores. That's kind of fire, low-key. I love how I felt so revolutionary for that fun, crazy, silly flooring, and then you start to see me get the biggest rugs I can find to start to slowly cover it up a bit. Freaking evil. God, the shading and textures in this game is so damn, like, it butters my toast real bad to see the light reflect off of surfaces, and then it, like, I don't know, I've never played a game with that before. Like, to my knowledge, I didn't play a lot of decorating games growing up. I didn't have attention to detail. Like, that's not a thing that I have ever paid attention to in a game more than I do in Animal Crossing. The shading, the sound design, the textures in this game, the sensory experience is really, someone cooked here for sure. For sure. A big reason I was anxious about this video, because I was like watching the footage back and it was like an hour long, and I started talking. I was like, originally I was going to make it 2 hours because I've been seeing videos of people do these things called long plays, and it's just long form content of gameplay from whatever games they're playing. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I was like, oh, maybe I could do that because I don't like editing things down. I have a hard time, especially for my Animal Crossing building videos. I want to put the whole thing in there start to finish because every single little twist and turn is important to me. So I like to be able to like not cut a bunch of that out. But I started watching that 2-hour version. I was like, bro, 2 hours? Sitting here and commentating on it for 2 hours? That shit's kind of crazy. I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. Maybe I just need to use the original sound of the gameplay and just do a silent video. I was like, no talking. And then I spiraled about that, but I was like, that's like the whole point for me is the talking. I really like this brown wood wall. I feel like it gives a very, very vintage like 60s sort of vibe. Like a brown wood wall. It's very cute. And the shades too, those brown shades. I got a little, I think that's where I started getting a little retro with it, you know? Ooh, there's also those like classic 50s diner colors in the kitchen with that turquoise and that very pinky red on the fridge. So I've sort of changed the orientation of the room a bit now, where you see those boxes going is where I wanted to make my new little storage cubby space. It was going to be either that or a seating area, and then the other that's my side for like storage and sitting and entertaining guests, and then over here on the left is where we have the appliances and supplies part of the kitchen. that red mop bucket up against the sink is just so freaking perfect. I love it so much, man. It looks so cute. And I love that you can place it really anywhere. And because of the sort of slanted mop stick leaning up against it, it looks good. It just looks good. I liked having it right in front of the sink because of how like realistic that looked to me. And of course, you know, I had to get my little partition wall in there. My eyes just keep gravitating to that plaid texture and how satisfying it is. Another fun little time jump. I think this was actually the next day as well. Whenever I'm recording footage, I put myself in such uncomfortable spaces to sort of grind out as much as the footage as I can. Because, you know, I have to hook up my Switch to my capture card, and then I need to hook all that up to my laptop, and then I have to find a place to sit with all of that and like be able to support my body for a long amount of time. I always like, it doesn't matter how much I've recorded, I'll always take a little break and then I'll do a tiny bit of tweaking off camera. I just love doing that. Even now, you can kind of see if the tiny little differences in some of the clips, but what I have on my Switch right now is not the final clips of this video. It's fun. Whenever I release my dream code, it would be a fun like scavenger hunt for someone to like find all of the items and then like win a prize or something. Find all the like discrepancies between the final cut on the video versus like what I have on my dream address. Because I stay fine tweaking little tiny things. Even once I consider a room done. Some rooms, when I really love them, I will not touch them. I will not touch them. It'll go for a very, very long time. It might take a while, but eventually I make it back to changing something. I don't think I was on... I feel like I recorded me getting those sofa chairs. I just forgot to edit it in, but I was so... This was another item that I was very, very confident that I would literally never ever use. It was those diner style like sofa couches, those box couch sets. I never in my life saw me using one of those, but I was like, these are absolutely perfect for like a tiny seating area. Like, absolutely perfect. Oh, it's so cute. I was so freaking obsessed with that wooden table with the box sofa. It looked so cute to me. I'm looking at it right now and I'm genuinely thinking about bringing it back and putting it back in the room. It was bothering me that it was like sticking out from around the table. But looking at the design now, I'm thinking that I still don't care and I want that table in there. I don't know why, but that shit looks so freaking cute to me, along with that pink sofa. It was bothering me how it wasn't like centered. See, I went for a more square design to fit inside of the table setup. But that brown table looks so cute. And honestly, I kind of like the way it sticks out. I just wanted to see that pillar. I thought it was going to be like the crafted ones. I didn't know they could be bigger in size. I kind of liked the way this table, smacking it in the middle, created that sort of front area section for the seating area, along with the rug too. Like those two items together help create that very square space that is centered, like bottom right area for like seating. I like how that turned out. Like that's my sort of eating, relax area, and then the working, busy part of the kitchen's in the back. I went through so many table options. I spent a very long time trying to figure out what I wanted on this table. I was kind of going for like a little cookbook vibe on the table. And I'm pretty sure one of the open Facebooks have a cooking customization. I think it's the magazine. But I didn't feel like doing that. I feel like I can feel myself through the video, like getting to the point where I'm a lot less frantic and feeling like, okay, this feels pretty like settling down into where I want this to end up territory. And then I immediately throw in a new gigantic furniture item. That's kind of cute. It reminds me of like a carnival fair or something, like the back storage of it. I didn't like that area was feeling very like store vibes and not like personal kitchen area. This is when I really started to let the pink and red consume me, and I was living my very fun fantasy. This was giving full out like pink diner, 60s living room, like cute pink 60s living room, and I was like, you know what? This is who I am. I'm allowed. I'm allowed to have a trendy, playful color scheme. I am allowed. You know what? Why not? And the cake too. Wow. I was really... No, I snatched her back up very quickly. I like my sitting areas to feel like people are there, so I didn't want to put any like single food items on the me saying that and then immediately denying of, oh, it was Velma, so I let her in. I didn't. Okay, she would have looked so cute in the room. Why did I not take her to the kitchen? Why did I tell her to go? Oh, I am so stupid now that I'm realizing. To be fair, guys, I am so bad at taking pictures with the villagers or taking nice pictures with in-game characters. I don't think of it as like a photo op opportunity. Like, I don't think of it as like a photo op. I think of it like, okay, this bitch is gonna walk around for a little bit and I can't move anything. Like, I don't want that. But thinking back on it, I was like, oh my god, I should have let her in so that we could take cute pictures together. Damn. But notice how I let Velma in, but I did not let Fuchsia in. I don't know. I just don't know that bitch like that. She's like one of the last girls on my album. On my album. She's one of the last villagers to join my island, and it was a whim, impulse thing because she came to my campsite and I was like, thinking, I was experimenting with a theme, like themed island, and I was like, who would be my extra? Like, who would I do? And then I was like, well, I'll let Fuchsia. Because I was going to have, like, all the Sanrio villagers. I still do. I think I'm going to keep them. And then I was like, okay, well, I have a couple of ones I can play around with. And I was, like letting different island... Whoever looked nice and they were on the campsite, I was letting them come in. Just to, like, experiment. And I ended up with Fuchsia. Because I was like, her color scheme in her room is really cool. But now that bitch just gets on my nerves. Because I'm like, I wish I had Naomi back. Like, I wish I had some character on my island. Like, I don't have anybody that, like, I don't have any OGs anymore. Fuchsia was, like, the last one that I swapped out. And it felt so, like, the aesthetics took over the way and I was also missing Deirdre. I love Deirdre. I miss her so much. I'm so sad that I let her go. Damn. See, even now, I'm getting emotional thinking about Deirdre. But like, I didn't swap Fuchsia for Deirdre. Deirdre had already gone by this point, like a long time ago. But I saw Fuchsia, I was like, why not let one of these bitches go? My goal, honestly, is to get my island completed exactly as I want to. Like, the aesthetics perfect down to a T. And then I'm gonna start playing the game how it's supposed to. You know? The goal is to get the island perfected, and then I'm gonna start to try and be friends with my villagers. Then I'm going to complete my museum. Then I'm going to, you know, because when I was grinding out the game, anything that wasn't decorating based, I played by the rules. You know, I waited the 3 days to get my museum put in place. I waited the whatevers for different drops, and if I missed a holiday, I missed a holiday. Stuff like that I didn't really cheat on, especially because when this game dropped, I was unemployed. Now that I'm like calming, I want to just like hurry up and get it decorated and then do all of the other stuff, because I did love fishing and camping. I love fishing. I still love catching fish. I still love selling them. I still love doing the tournaments, and I've missed so many of them over the past couple of months. Like, I never did the Halloween event. I did do Toy Day, and I can't remember if I finished Thanksgiving, but it's just those stuff. I like those sort of like repeated events. I like checking in with my villagers. I like the idea of writing mail and letters and stuff like that. I just haven't really had time to do it right. Like, I don't talk to my villagers when I'm like time traveling a bunch, because I'm like, there's no point. I'm just gonna keep like messing up our scores and hearing repeated stuff. So I'm kind of like pushing all those things back as far as I can, and I'm like, I don't want to hit the deadline for the new game coming out and be late to that because I haven't finished all the stuff in this one, you know? But yeah, I'm definitely finishing up near this point because I'm starting to see what I can put on the walls, and that's usually a good sign that I'm wrapping up. That's so cute. I don't think I keep it I think I edited it out. But there was a moment where I was getting scared of all the pink, and then I was like, that sort of, I forgot what that, I think it's not Arctic, whatever that furniture set is for that, shelf thing in the middle. I think it's Nordic. I think it's Nordic furniture. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong. But I think it's called Nordic furniture. That furniture style, those little outward going pegs on the base of go. I'm pretty sure this was my last jump, like skipping time to order furniture items. After this set, I was like, I think I'm done. I think I've gotten everything I need. I'm ready to wrap this up. This was the next day too, I believe. Almost the next day, I think. For me in real time. I grinded out most of this in like a 5-hour sit down setting, and then I did a couple of edits right before bed, half asleep, and then I did a couple of more literally this morning. I used that green, that like very split pea green gyroid because it looked like a frog to me and I thought it was very cute. You always gotta have the KK Slider songs hanging up. Very easy space filler. I wanted more. I think I ordered KK House, but I was getting tired and I was like, this is good enough. Like I just forgot about it. / did not care enough to go get it. I don't know why, but I love putting multiple clocks on the wall. I feel like that's something I do in real life. I can't tell if it feels dumb or it feels creative. I was trying to find something on that table that would allow me to have multiple items on that one square space at once, which there was surprisingly a lot of options, but I liked the bottles one because I felt like a very cute retro diner vibe, you know, 3 beers sitting on the table. It felt appropriate to add the tool chest because I do keep my tools and stuff in the kitchen, so I don't think it's that crazy to have this very cute. It's just a coincidence that it's that perfect bright cherry red. That was sarcasm. This little cutie pie. I really needed him in here. I didn't, because I really wanted the plant on that Nordic 2-tier shelf thing. I felt like the lights were kind of off in this room. It felt weird to have more than one light source in such a small space, but I chose to just suspend belief because I love the hanging lights and I always want to have more than one. I wanted to see if there was a way for me to squeeze in another chair so that there could be 3 sitting spaces while still being able to walk all the way around the table. There wasn't, but I tried. I also liked that very like pleather sort of plasticky vinyl chair. I feel like it also fits with the pink couches really well. Like I could see that being at a diner, especially in that teal color. And I think that's it. Everything past this point is what I've finished thus far. You'll get to see the tiny couple of things I changed overnight. Oh, this is when I finally had the stuff for crafting. I wanted to try crafting that wood wall, that stacked wood wall, because I wasn't liking the wallpapers that I had settled on. And I was like, I need something else. I need to try something else before I stick with this. Just some last minute customizations. I wasn't really sold on the bottles on the table by the end of the night, so I really wanted to explore all the options. See me checking again to see if I like any of the colors more. I do definitely prefer that sort of clear glass bottle color. I'm still the polka dot, if I really wanted to hammer in that 60s retro girly vibe, I definitely would have stuck with that pink wood wall. I mean the polka dotted one. It is so freaking cute. Polka dots just scream 50s. Ugh. The texture on that stacked wood wall, it's cool, but it kind of stresses me out looking at it. It makes me so like, ooh, that pebbly texture. Oh, and the gleaming hearts. I love the cute furniture wallpapers and how they have those reflected bits on the wall. That is so freaking cute. Like those tiny little attention to details when it comes to the lights. Just love it. I genuinely considered that yellow, blue and red rug for a little bit in my mind, simply because it felt very like a retro store, and it looked cute with the square sofa chairs. The little twin stars rug had me questioning my entire existence for a little bit. I was like, there's got to be a way for me to get this in this room. Even though it does not really match or make any sense. It looks so cute. But I was like, nah, it's not worth it. It's just way too oddly shaped. Hopefully I get to use it somewhere else. Probably in my den. Maybe in my library. I want my right stairs room, I don't know, the room to the right when you enter into the living room, I want that room to become a little library, and then the one to the left is going to be a bathroom. And I want it to have like I was going to do like a garden, like a sort of botanical garden naturey theme, and I have a grass flooring in there, but I don't know if I'm going to keep that, honestly. Maybe that'll be the one room I allow myself to have like a nice full-on experimental theme, my little library. Because I feel like this room, I mean, the pink floor is still pretty fun and crazy, and you know, it's not normal or casual, but I feel like everything else feels very much like a regular sort of home build. And the Apple TV is like, it barely works to me. It works because I really wanted to have a TV in the space, and I feel like it looks a little odd, but also I'm like, if I had the budget and I was feeling extra fun and frisky, I could see that being in a TV. But it would definitely need to be higher up for those chairs. I would be so pissed off. And then eventually I was like, I changed the bottles because I was annoyed that like the one place where you sit, the bottles sit right in front of your face where the TV would be. But other than that, I feel like it works. Especially right next to the Nordic chair shelf thing. I kind of brought back the idea of having some wood paneling under the appliances and like cleaning stuff. I feel like that looks very nice. For a little bit, I think this is when I decided to customize that Nordic shelf to a different color. Okay, thank goodness I got the name right. Nordic shelves. I'm glad, because I was going to be so annoyed if I got to the end of this video and I had been completely saying that wrong the whole time. That's when the pink became too much of a bright pink, and I was like, you know what, maybe I need to customize this to a more neutral color. And that's how I left it in this video. That's how I left the Nordic shelf. I didn't realize I got it on camera, but it definitely helped. It helped me feel a little less overwhelmed by the pink. But then I was like, it looks too weird up against the wood wall. Like, I was like, it's not. I was just going through it, y'all. I was like, I'm not making it light brown. I don't feel like doing that. I'm not going to keep going back and forth. This green plaid rug changed my whole life. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I wish I was. I wish I could sit here and be like, I wasn't super duper excited when I put that green rug down, but I was. Something about the simplicity and the blandness of that neutral, like jade green rug. Like, it's so classic and simple and plain. Like, that is a rug that I would buy in real life and put in my living room space. Like, I was like, that is, yes, that is so classic. It made the whole room make sense. It made all the more kitschy parts make more sense. It made all the more neutral parts sort of settle down into okayness for me. And I was like, this makes it okay. This whole space, this rug, the small accents of green lightly in different places around the room, all relatively in the same shade range. I was like, that's it, we're done. Perfect. I keep spinning around because I'm like, you know what? I think we're getting there. I ordered the pink plant because I was like that chocolate plant on top of the chocolate Nordic shelves right up against the chocolate wood wall. I was like, okay, well, this is a bit too much chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. Let's break that up just a little bit. Yeah, this was when it really, I was wrapping it up. I was like, yep, we're done. We got it. insert that clip of Drewski. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Yeah, there's only a couple of things I changed after this point. The walls, I think I changed the walls. That's probably the only major change that I made. After that, I was like, everything else is exactly as I want it. There's not much else I can do. That's really it. You can see some of the small details I changed in this clip. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. That's all there is to it. Have a good night. Bye.